Francis Leo Antonio Marcos introduced himself through the chat.
Okay.
You know, as the things scroll.
So basically, you made a friend in Australia. Supporter siya ng, you know, in a gathering na nagrarally, tapos she went Facebook Live, and then Norman Mangusin aka Francis Leo Marcos is in the Philippines. Nakita ka at the live, and common friend yung Marcos,
Yes,
and that lady,
yes.
and then siya yung nag-introduce
Yes.
sa'yo ni Marcos, and from there
and from there he started to connect with this woman. Unbeknownst to me, they were already talking about me, and he was asking a lot of questions about me. And within 2 days, he wanted to meet me and talk to me. And from then on, it became he was so insistent and relentless. And between the two of them, I sort of felt like I was pressured to just follow suit, you know. And because she said to me that she's known see Francis, aka Norman, very well, and for over 12 months. And seems to be a good guy. And she said, what harm would it do if I get to know him and just be friends with him? And that's what I did. So I thought, okay, I will, you know. So basically from then on, he contacted me every day. As I said, he was very relentless, and he's put a lot of pressure. It's not just every day that he was calling me. It's like every hour, every minute of every day. So basically, he started telling me that I'm Francis Leo Marcos. I'm a cousin of BBM, and he kept referring to his Tita Imelda. I didn't really put two and two together, and I didn't gel. I thought that, are you referring to the former president Ferdinand Marcos? Because that's the only person that I know that has that last name. And he just laughed at me, and he said, that's my curiosity spark was of his charitable he said that he was a philanthropist. So that's where I started to pique my interest, was the fact that I thought he was giving, I thought he was generous, I thought that because
philanthropist.
He said that so I thought that since he was he's got this charity foundation in the Philippines, and that he's trying to set it up internationally, and he's got other foundation in Europe, US. I think there's also one in Greece, and I think there's one in Singapore. He said that he wants to start one up here in Australia.
To cut the story short, he went to Australia to... Okay, so for the information of everyone, si Miss Sharon po ay nagbigay na ng affidavit at statement sa NBI. So those critical issues na statement na nabigay na niya ay bawal ng pag-usapan sa labas, kasi isa siya sa mga complainant ni Francis Leo Marcos sa mga kaso-kaso na ipafile niya. And these are international cases, and these cases involves off the record money laundering.
So I knew that he was interested in proposing to me. Okay, so, and when he came out, my friends and I, like, they were just joking around in the airport and said, let's just wait, we'll hide to see what he looks like and see what he's going to do. And I thought to myself, okay, this is a good test to see if, because he's so-called businessman, and he travels everywhere, he says, that he would know how to conduct himself at the airport. Okay. So we just decided to just sit back and wait. And when he exited out, he looked like a lost puppy. He really did. He just did not know where to go. So I said to my friends, look, I felt sorry for him. And I said, let's just say hello, you know. And so pagdating ng kotse, when we got in the car, sabi niya sa harap ng dalawa kong kaibigan na there are 3 things that I wanted to do here while I'm in Australia. He says, first is to gather all the officers for the foundation. Second is to establish the foundation. And third is is to give this ring to my fiance. And so he just put the ring on in my finger without even asking me or anything. And then he turned around and he said, that's worth 2 million. I could feel and I could see and observe that he was starting to get really agitated because it's taking too long.
Okay.
And he didn't realize that there is a process, when you're doing a foundation. And one thing that we kept arguing, and this is what people didn't know, that behind the scene, when there's just him and I, we didn't talk. And that's why I felt like, we didn't talk at all. Like, I thought to myself, is he building a relationship with me, or he's just interested in just the normally what he does is that he starts something and he just takes off. He leaves you to clean up the mess, and then you're left wondering what the hell is going on. Where is he? He keeps disappearing. Even when we were trying to establish the foundation here, I used to get really frustrated with him because every time that we discussed something that is so critical, he just disappears. He just walks. Now, for me personally, I couldn't share what I was thinking, what I was feeling, because he was living under my roof. And that's another thing. When we went to pick him up to the airport, one thing that we went to the airport, I said to him, so where am I going to drop you off? And then he said to me, what do you mean? At your house? And in my head, I thought, you're a millionaire and you don't have a hotel to go to?
Oh, wow.
And then anyway, two of my friends said to me, where are we going? Where are we dropping him off? And I said, at my place. And then they said, what? But you don't know him, And I said, well, what am I going to do? I was literally stuck. If people think that I fell in love with him completely, they are mistaken.
Okay.
I didn't fall in love with him because he's a Marcos. I didn't fall in love with him because he is rich or he's got money. When I met him, he had nothing.
Oh my God.
Nag-uutang sa akin ng pera. Yes. Yeah. So he started out asking small things, small favors. Like he said that his bank accounts were frozen and he can't even pay any of his electricity bill.
Oh my
I
God.
paid for one of his electricity bill. This is before he left Australia. He left for Australia of June.
Okay.
So, and then the next one was 3 electricity bills.
Oh.
So, unti-unti na nagbibigay ako ng pera. Okay, but here is the thing: na he is a clever person in a sense that he knows what he is doing. I used to say to him, "What name do I put into the remittance slip?" Right, and this is for educational purposes, Sir Kellogg's. Never ever. This is for the listeners out there. Never ever ever send money to someone who you're talking to and put the name of someone else's. Now you don't know who they are, because if it comes to bayaran, okay, they'll turn around, wala akong utang sa'yo, give me yung receipt mo, and tapos iba pa ang pangalan ng nasa receipt mo. Yaan ang ginawa niya sa akin po.
Yeah.
I have some of the receipts but not all, because in the beginning I sort of, sa akin kasi maliit lang. When I say maliit, it's like $300.
Not really like millions. Yeah.
No. So it's like the first one that I sent, I remember it's about 10 or 11,000 pesos to pay for his electricity.
Yeah.
The next one was about 30,000 pesos.
Yeah.
Until it just got bigger and bigger. And so you may think that it's only small for any one of you. The thing that he's doing on Facebook with that Gcash or whatever that is, some people think na 5 pesos here, 50 pesos there, $5 Canadian or $5 US. Kaunti lang yan. But imagine how many population how many people are we?
Yeah, if you add everything, yeah.
If you add collectively, that becomes millions.
That's right.
So you think that you haven't been victimized? Think again.
Miss Sharon, if I may ask, sa mga board of directors ninyo sa foundation niya sa Australia, meron pa bang pro Norman Mangusin or may contact pa ba rin sila sa kanya or wala na?
Wala na po. No, none of us do. I believe except one.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. If I may ask, how did you learn that he is an imposter? He is not a Marcos and his real name is Norman Mangusin. How did you discover that?
I really didn't discover it in a sense until I finished our relationship, because although there were people that were telling me before he came here, there's one person that came and nakita ko nga, sumabog yung Facebook before he came out. Sabi ko, sino itong si ano? Tapos, because it sounds like a troll account, right?
Okay.
So he said to me, forget about them. They're just one of those troll accounts that ano ba yun? What is it called in
Basher,
Tagalog
it troll.
Laging basher, laging nanggugulo lang yan. Sabi niya, he's been around for a while. Sabi niya, i-block mo siya. Sabi ko, anong sinasabi niya na ikaw ay Norman Mangusin?
Oh my God.
And this,
oh, wow.
tawa siya ng tawa sa akin. And this is why, Sir Kellogg's, when I hear him laugh, my blood boils.
Bakit?
My blood boils. Because if you are to step back and you're talking about critical thinking,
correct,
psychologically, there is hidden meanings behind his laughter. He's either trying to manipulate you.
Precisely.
He's trying to
it's a defense mechanism, actually. Yes, it's a defense mechanism. Yeah, a lot of meanings.
Yeah, and sometimes when he gets nervous, he laughs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a defense mechanism. Yeah,
it makes me feel uneasy.
Yeah. So